Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stephen Preach coming to you here today. Last night on WWE's Monday Night Raw, we had the big Kurt Angle secret revealed. The secret that would basically break up his family and his life would never be the same. And it was exposed, the secret that Corey Graves was keeping, that Kurt Angle had a secret son. And Kurt Angle's secret son was not only involved in WWE, but on the main roster, wrestling on SmackDown as a part of American Alpha. Jason Jordan, a guy that spent a lot of time in NXT as well as having a collegiate background, a really good wrestler. As of right now, it's not really revealed where this is going to be going. This is supposed to be WWE reaching into their bag of tricks back from the Attitude Era, having week-to-week long storylines that keep you tuning in. One of the things that I think that has been missing from wrestling in such a long time is the real storyline of where a story is going. As of right now, everyone's going to be jumping to conclusions saying this is the worst thing of all time because it breaks up American Alpha. It gives Jason Jordan a stupid gimmick, a lot like the lines of Shelton Benjamin having his mama come to the ring with him. I honestly think this is a win-win situation to be involved with almost everyone. The first thing that I thought about was Chad Gable. I think that honestly, if you think of the last two times that you saw Chad Gable, he wrestled singles matches. Once wrestling Kevin Owens for the United States Championship, as well as having a singles match against AJ Styles. Both of those matches he didn't win, but looked fucking awesome in both of those matches as well. I know that a lot of people will point to the size of Chad Gable, but I can remember the first time that I saw Chad Gable wrestle on NXT. And it was like his debut match. He lost. I can't remember who it was against, but he caught my eye, and I said, this is a guy that I want to watch. This is the guy that I want to see. And I know that I texted my friend Miguel about it. He honestly watched that episode of NXT only to see the Gable guy because of how much I hyped him up and how much I put this guy over. I think that honestly, if they bring American Alpha to Monday Night Raw, that's going to be great. The Revivals on Monday Night Raw, as well as having the Hardys. You've got Cesaro and Sheamus. A lot of good tag team action going on. There's a lot of good teams on SmackDown. If one team jumps over to Monday Night Raw, that's good. If Jason Jordan is now going to be a singles wrestler and Gable's going to be a singles wrestler, that's going to be good just as well. I really push for Gable. I think that he's awesome. But let's focus this on Jason Jordan. I think that honestly, in my opinion, if I have to jump the gun and say where I think the storyline is going to be going, this is going to be going down the line of where the end game is. A lot like when Hornswoggle was revealed as Vince McMahon's son. You have to think of how they get out of this. They're not going to let us think for the rest of our lives that Jason Jordan is Kurt Angle's son. This honestly has to be a prank sort of pulled by Triple H and Stephanie down the road, which is going to be really good because Jason Jordan might not get the rub right away of, going, let's say he goes after the Intercontinental Championship. They want to push him as a mid-card guy and then sort of build him up to the point of when it's finally revealed, now you've got Jason Jordan joining into basically a stable of the Authority and being under their wings. And Triple H and Stephanie aren't going to be, pushing for somebody to do well to ultimately make Kurt Angle hurt and fall at the end when it's revealed that it's not his son, when he puts all his time into effort into trying to help this guy. And it's just making this impractical joke. They're not going to want to make it the worst guy on the roster. So now you've got Jordan, linked in with Stephanie and Triple H. So I think that's going to be really good. I think it's going to be really fun for everyone all around. Of course, pushing towards that Triple H versus Kurt Angle match that needs to have some sort of a storyline for WrestleMania 34. We already talked about that match probably about a month ago. I don't make the videos as often as I used to, but you can go back in the archives and check out how pumped I was when Meltzer dropped that nugget that was a match that they were pushing for at WrestleMania. Card always subject to change, but I think that honestly, you bring Kurt Angle back, you want to have that guy wrestle. One of the only matches that really makes sense is him versus Triple H. Maybe him versus Gable, trying to get his tag team partner back, but that even sounds like it's fucking ridiculous. But I'm honestly looking forward to seeing where this is going. I honestly know that a lot of people were jumping off the bridge yesterday saying that they didn't want to watch this shit anymore, but we've seen worse. Come on.